you all doing today? I'm Issac Travis and you're watching IT Creations. Today we are going to be doing something a little fun. I got this John Deere lawnmower. It is a L100. We are going to be turning this into a racing lawnmower. It's going to be more just like a go-kart. I'm going to see how fast I can get this thing to go. We're going to change the gearing in it and do some modifications to try and make this thing a little bit more fun. For those of you that don't know me, a good majority of my life involved one of these lawnmowers. Me and my grandpa, we used to call these things tractors, and we would spend a lot of time fixing up the broken ones. We had a whole bunch of broken ones. My grandpa would go through lawnmowers like crazy. We would do all sorts of things with them. We would pull trailers with them, drag things with them, just drive them around in circles. That was me and my grandpa's fun with these little tractors. So nowadays I got my four-wheeler and dirt bike and stuff like that, so I don't spend too much time with the lawnmowers anymore. But I got this one right here, and I want to soup this thing up and kind of remember my grandpa a little bit, have some fun with this thing, see what I can do with it, make it a little faster, a little funner. And yeah, this is going to be a little bit different video. It's going to be kind of fun, so let's get to it. Okay, so this is the lawnmower. Let's take a look under the hood here. We've got a pretty good sized little motor, and that thing runs great. The reason why I am not using this as a lawnmower, the deck is broken. The belts under there always are popping off. This lawnmower just had a horrible design for the deck. So that is why I'm going to turn this thing into a go-kart. We're going to pull that deck off there, first thing we are going to do. And then we can start looking and seeing how this thing is driven and seeing how we can soup it up. And after I get this thing souped up, I have some bigger tires I'm going to put in the back. And those original tires on the back, I believe I can get them to fit on the front. So we're going to jack this thing up just a little bit so we got a little bit more clearance. I think that'll be pretty fun. Okay, let's start this thing up so you can hear it run. Runs pretty good. A pin that went down to that hole there, and there was some pins that went from that thing up there down to that thing up there. So now the deck should just pull on out. Take this belt here off of that pulley. Oh, you got that pin there left. Okay, I got the deck all unhooked. It should just slide out. Just like that. There is my cable. Now I can unhook that. That is not bad. Got the deck completely off. I got the cable here just tied up right there for the deck. It engages the belts. That is a part of the bad design with this mower. It burns up belts every time you mow the lawn. Very bad design. But let's see how much faster it is with just that deck off there. Okay, I'm putting it all the way in the highest gear. Let's rev her up. Oh, let's see. Whoa! That's already pretty fast. I'm actually quite surprised at how much faster it is just taking the deck off. What I want to do is I still want to take it in my shed, and I'm going to jack it up, drop that rear end out, see what I need to do to that to change the gears. And I want to put a gas pedal right there so I can control it a little better. I'm going to keep those brakes, but I want to put a gas pedal on this side so it will be more like a go-kart, and I can control it a little better after we get it souped up. And we will see what to do after we get that done. Okay, let's pull this lawnmower up into my shed, and we'll get to taking this thing apart. Let's get to it. Got it jacked up, and this is what we're going to do to make this thing go a little faster. It is belt driven, so you see that little pulley up there? That is the belt coming off the motor with that little pulley. This big one down here is for the deck, what we have taken off. And that belt goes all the way to the back to this little transmission. And there's a really big pulley on the back. So it makes it kind of go really slow for you mowing lawns and stuff, and maybe a little bit more torque. What we're going to do is we're going to put that really big pulley up here in the front and put that little pulley in the back, and it should make this thing go pretty fast. So I'm going to unbolt that big one down there, and it looks like it's all kind of hooked together, and I'll see if it can all pull out. This is how I got the front pulley off. I put these C-clamps on here, and these little bars here are blocking them from turning. So when I undid this bolt or broke it loose, it didn't spin, and I could get a breaker bar on my wrench and take it off. So let's see how this thing comes off. Okay, I'm going to take this rear end out now. I unhooked all the bolts. I just got 2 left. And we'll pull this rear end out, the axle and transmission, and we'll see what we got to do to it. Is absolutely filthy, so I am going to blow it off with my air compressor and get it all nice and clean so we can see what we're working with. Okay, I got this pulley off of the axle. It was pretty difficult. What I did is I tied that rope around it and tied it up so it is constantly pulling up on the pulley. And I just took a hammer and a little extension and pounded the shaft through the pulley, and it popped off. That worked pretty good. Put a little bit of WD-40 on it so it would have a little bit of lubrication to help it slide off. As you see, each sprocket is different. That one is a little smaller than this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around the center of the sprocket or pulley, and I'm going to do the same with this one, and I am going to switch them and weld them back on so the right size will be on the right size one I need. So let's do it. Finished. They are switched and welded up nicely. I gave them a little coat of black paint so the welds won't rust. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little grease and put this little one on the back axle. Just put a little grease in there, just like that, and we'll get it on there. Time to put the axle back on the mower, and it is completely dark outside, so it's a good thing I wired up these lights in my shed. So let's get this thing put back together. The next day, it looks like it is going to storm today, so let's get this project finished up. I got the rear axle put back on last night. I just got to put this front sprocket back on, or pulley, whatever you want to call it. And as you see, I got a little grease in there, and my welds are okay, but I know they penetrated nicely, so it'll be nice and strong. I could have just went to town and bought a new one of these, or two of these of the right size instead of cutting them, but I got a welder and I figured, hey, this is a good time to practice my welding. Okay, I got everything hooked up and everything is ready to go. Let's take it for its first test drive. Just give her some choke. Too much choke. Okay, idled all the way down. I don't know how this is gonna go. Don't need you no more, four-wheeler. Gotta start it up and move it. Belt looks a little loose down in there, but I don't know what it looked like beforehand. Whoa, we're already spinning tires. Alright, I'm putting in first gear. Alright. That's already pretty good. Alright, just second. Alright, let's go for third. Fourth. Alright, let's give her some gas. No, no. Holy cow, that's too fast! Oh my goodness, let's do that again! Oh my word, guys, way too fast! Dad here, he's gonna film it. We're gonna see how fast this thing goes.
Ready?
Ready.
I'm kind of scared. This is the only thing I want to wear a helmet with. Can I just go for it all?
No.
I'm gonna put it in fourth and we'll see how that does.
Here, let me get the wheels.
What?
Let me get the wheels spinning out.
I need to put a gas pedal on it because it's too scary with this little thing. Ready?
Oh.
I wonder what happened.
Break the belt.
Maybe.
Okay, Dad's taking it for a ride. I know. What gear were you in?
Just, that was third. I didn't go higher than third.
I know, ain't that scary?
Yep. The front end shakes a little too much at high speeds.
Yeah, it does. It's too loose. Okay, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. This turned out pretty good. It is pretty fun. I got a lot more plans for this thing. We're gonna hook up a gas pedal and do a lot of other cool stuff. But for now, I think it is pretty good. I'm going to do some other stuff, like I said, in the future, but I think my grandpa would be proud. I wish that he was here to ride this thing. I know he would love it, but that's going to be it for this video. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We always got something crazy going on out here on the property, and you don't want to miss it. So I will see you in the next one.